Hey man, what's happening? Cool Water, the digital dope man from Barroom Chats Podcast, where we focus on politics, education, culture, entertainment, and business. I told y'all I was gonna come back with a part two from the R. Kelly interview with Gayle King. And that's what I'm doing. Coming back with a part two. It's a lot of dislikes on the video, and that's cool, that I did. I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? I said some stuff that, folks ain't really hitting on. They ain't really feeling it, and that's cool, and I'm used to that. Controversy is good, as long as it don't get turned into something ugly, as they say. But, again, today, I wanted to go in and really take a second look at R. Kelly. I've watched three of the four, I think it's 4 videos of him. I didn't look at the press conference with the parents of the girls, but I did watch that. And man, I'm conflicted. He had me all the way up until Gayle asked him about the 2 chicks, Jocelyn Savage, and I think it's Andrea Constant, or something to that effect. The girls that he said that they're his girlfriends. In the initial first couple of interviews that he did, I was all in, because I know as a man, when you reach that point, man, when you feeling whatever you feeling and you feeling some kind of way and you lose control of your emotions and you hitting your hands, you beating on your chest, because at that moment it's like, look, man, this ain't who I am. This ain't what it is. This ain't how we get down. So at that moment, I felt the honesty and the sincerity from the brother, because he crying out. And like I said yesterday, I think that part of that is a cry to the folks behind the closed veil. Like, look, y'all got me. Y'all got me by my balls. Hey, man, at some point, y'all got to let me go. I just want to live my life. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm cool with that. Just let me see my kids. Let me go on about my business. Strip me of my fame. Strip me of my wealth. Just let me live a regular life. And let me just leave me alone, because I'm tired. They say, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Well, sometimes people ask for stuff, and most of us can't fathom that amount, having that type of fame of, a superior superstar like R. Kelly and others. But we definitely can see, the downfall. Like I said, they got Michael Jackson on the block now. So according to reports, that, radio stations is pulling his music based off of an alleged sexual misconduct with some boys. I mean, it's crazy to sit back and watch how people will give you fame, fortune, and wealth, and then turn around and take it right back from you. And because these white folk own the media, they can craft and write the story to their liking, man. I wish R. Kelly was a little bit more educated, a little bit more savvy, so that the interview could have been a little bit more pure in his responses, because he got really emotional. And then you see Gayle go back to the office, and she in there with the newscasters and everybody. And girl, did you fear for your life? Girl, was you scared? Did Oprah call? Oprah called and asked me, did I think he was going to hit me? What kind of shit is that? To say something like that, knowing this man on live TV like he finna blast out and do a Rambo on a woman in a suit, because she asking him questions because he emotional about the fact that he, is allegedly facing 70 years. That's a lot of time. But again, like I said, I'm conflicted. There's a part of me that feels that their brother may be innocent on some of these charges. Again, we know R. Kelly got a pussy problem. We know he dabbles with younger women. We know it's been alleged that him and Aaliyah was together and they married and yup. We got all of that. But the part that got me was the part that had me saying, damn, dog, this might be what sent you to the big house, is when she asked about the two girls that you staying with, and you said, well, they my girlfriends, I love them. And we in a relationship. They of age, they're legally consenting, but in your situation, it don't look good because you 51, 52, messing with a 22 and a 23-year-old babe. And I know cats that, they might be like, yeah, that's my little girlfriend, but they ain't going to take that girl serious, and they ain't finna have her living with him. They might get with him a little bit. They send him on to the house. But they posted in your shit, and then the parents is doing this, doing that. So that's my conflicting part. But again, they of age. So, hey, and they want to be there. But the tell-all sign about this whole situation is what he said, and he was being honest when he said this. You could see it in his eyes. The parents basically gave me their kids with the intent that I was going to put them on. I was going to make them famous. I was going to make them rich. They pretty much just sold their children over to me. So if anybody need their ass whooped, it's the parents. It's the parents. And that's to be, that's to be determined, but at the end of the day, that's something that we had to take a serious look at, man. The music industry is an industry full of devils, man. Deceitful people, liars, cheats, thieves, crooks. I was looking at something the other day about one of the brothers who was in the Nation of Islam. He was talking about Muhammad Ali when he was getting ready to, fight Sonny Liston. I believe the mafia approached him and said, you got to throw the fight or we're going to break your knees. So he ran to Elijah Muhammad, and Elijah Muhammad was like, well, you tell them they got knees too. Because the cats in the nation was just as criminal-minded as the mafia. So the mob had to make a decision. Did they want to go to war with the black Muslims, or did they want to leave it alone? Okay, they said, I'm leaving this alone. Because they knew them cats, they didn't care nothing about dying. Like the dude said, he said, man, we ain't care nothing about dying. We didn't care nothing about dying. That wasn't the issue. We was already hardcore criminals as it was. You coming out murderers, thieves, crooks, robbers. We did hardcore time. We didn't care nothing about killing nobody. And then Muhammad Ali went on to was able to get the fight off, and then he beat Sonny Liston. But that type of mentality, that type of mindset is what you're dealing with in some regards when you talk about the music industry, the entertainment industry, because that's ran by a bunch of devils. You look at the whole situation with the Oscars. Black man in a dress, parading around looking crazy. And that does something to people when they see that. Now, a lot of black men like myself and others, we like, okay, what the hell going on? Because this don't add up. Because we're not gay males. You know what I'm saying? So to see that takes a lot of, I guess you could say it takes a lot of nuts to sit there and look at somebody, man, who's running around parading as a man dressed in a woman's outfit. So when you cross that back over with somebody like R. Kelly, who has been in that machine, that system, that illogical mental state of mind for so many years, then you question and say, well, shit, I see why dude doing some of the dumb shit he doing. So for me, when Gayle asked him about the girlfriends, that to me was that might be the nail in the coffin that might put him to bed, because hey, you still messing with young girls. No matter if they 21, 23, whatever, they still looked at as babies because you 50-some years old and you old enough to be their daddy. And it don't really fly right with you because you ain't no boss like that, like Hugh Hefner was, where you got Playboy magazine and Playboy Mansion and, you running this business. You a musician, and that's all you've been, thus that we know of. There's no business entity that we can point our finger to say R. Kelly building an institution. You see what I'm saying? But the first part of that interview, when he jumped up and he lashed out and to me, that was sincerity and that was truth, because dude on the chopping block, and at this point, I got to fight for my freedom. Ain't no need for me to lie, because if I lie, I might lie my ass right into a 70-year jail sentence. So I got to give it to y'all raw and give it to you real, and I don't see no need to be holding back on nothing per se, as long as I don't incriminate myself to a degree, because my attorneys are still in my back pocket telling me what I can and what I should say. But at the end of the day, hey man, I ain't do that stuff that y'all talking about over there. I might have done some stuff over here, but I didn't do that. And that's what I seen in that. And to me, it was a plea for, like I said again, talking about the elitists, the Illuminatis, the Boule, whatever entity you want to name them, those individuals that control the narrative, his plea for them to get the fuck up off of him. To leave me alone. Let me just live my life. Whatever y'all want me to sign, I'll sign it. I just want to be left alone. I just want some peace. And that's part of the issue. That's part of the issue that I think may be going on. But I'm not certain. Again, yesterday, he had me thinking he might be somewhat not liable of all charges. Today, I don't know if I can say that. Like I say, because of the simple fact that when she asked you a question about the two young ladies, these are my girlfriends. I love them. They love me. And we're in a relationship that just don't look good from somebody who got allegations of sexual misconduct and sexual abuse from minors. Because when you met them girls, they was minors. You did. It's not going to be a problem for somebody to utilize that interview or that particular segment and actually turn around and use that against you in a court of law on so many words, whether they legal or not. So I think this is going to be tricky. It's going to be interesting to see what the outcome. I do believe he's going to jail. For how long, I do not know. But I believe he will get some time. They crucifying everybody. Why not R. Kelly? Why not finish the job? Michael Jackson is being crucified in his grave. We already know they got Bill in there. Bill gone. He in there, 3 years, I guess. He'll be out, They had Chris Brown, almost. He got the masters, and all of a sudden he pops up with a charge, supposedly, of some type of rape issue with some female. Luckily, he was able to break free from that. So this is the castration of the black male, and it's happening before our eyes because what? We got a I guess the word I'm looking for, the I can't even pronounce it. The effeminization of the black male. We want them soft. We want black men soft, weak. We want them submissive. We want them compliant, and we want the world to look at them as pieces of shit. And this is what seems to be going on. So I don't think R. Kelly is going to be vindicated. I don't think he was very telling in this interview per se. The first couple of ones, I could feel the understanding of where he was coming from. But that last little piece that I watched, and And then you got to put the parents on the chopping block too, because he telling the truth. Shit, they sold their kids over to him. They handed them over to him with the hopes that they was going to be able to get that bread and come up. You know, she a singer. I mean, I done seen it so many times before, and just on a local level. I mean, hell, you know, parents come through and they want to put their child in the mix, and they trying to do whatever they can to get the child in the mix. So I'm going to get off of here, man. Like I said, at this point, you know, R. Kelly will go down as child abuser, Prince drug addict, Michael Jackson pedophile. Who else? They got so many of them. It's a list of folks, man. You just ramble on and on. We got so many people, man, that's been demoralized that were once famous and on point. But let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Let's see how it plays out. This Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man. Get at me, ishiphopdead.com. Check me out at thedigitaldopeman.com. Look for me on the podcast, Barroom Chats, or under Cool Water with a C and a space between cool and water. You know, please feel free to comment. You know, this ain't for you to agree with me on anything. You know what I mean? Just my point of view, just my opinion. You know, let's just see where it go, man. Peace and stay blessed. Holla.